This acquisition could end up being one of the most talked about moves in NFL history, and it's one that has completely caught fans off guard. If you want to stay in the loop and get all the latest updates on this development, make sure to subscribe to keep up with the news. As we dive deeper into the offseason, the Pittsburgh Steelers find themselves with a variety of quality cornerbacks available in free agency, but it's the trade market that may hold the key to a more impactful move. According to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, the Green Bay Packers are currently in trade talks involving their star cornerback, Jaire Alexander. While the Packers aren't entirely ruling out the possibility of dealing him, they are reportedly only open to moving him for the right offer. One of the biggest challenges for the Steelers is the impending free agency of Dante Jackson, which leaves Pittsburgh's cornerback unit in somewhat of a precarious position. With Jackson on the verge of hitting the open market, the Steelers are left with only a handful of known commodities in their cornerback room. Joey Porter Jr. stands out as the only established cornerback among the group, but he alone is unlikely to form a sufficient duo in the secondary. Corey Trice Jr., a promising but unrefined talent, has shown flashes of potential, though he has had limited action in his rookie campaign due to injuries. He only played 6 games this past season and missed all of his rookie year recovering from a torn ACL. Additionally, Beanie Bishop Jr., an undrafted free agent who played as the Steelers' primary nickelback in 2024, had some notable performances early in the season. However, he was ultimately overtaken by Cam Sutton in the latter half of the year. While Bishop Jr. showed some talent, his reliability as a key contributor going into 2025 is still in question. With these uncertainties hanging over their cornerback depth chart, the Steelers find themselves in desperate need of a veteran who can come in and immediately make an impact alongside Porter. That's where Jaire Alexander comes into play. While Alexander has been sidelined for a significant amount of time in recent seasons due to injuries, he still remains one of the NFL's premier cornerbacks when healthy. At 28 years old, Alexander is still in the prime of his career and could prove to be the perfect addition to a defense in need of a lockdown corner. Despite his injury concerns, the potential reward could outweigh the risks for Pittsburgh, especially if they are able to secure him at a reasonable price. With the Steelers' defense looking to get stronger, acquiring a player of Alexander's caliber could be a game-changer. Over the course of his 7-year career, Alexander has been one of the top shutdown corners in the league. He's racked up 12 interceptions, 70 pass breakups, and allowed just 244 receptions on 413 targets. He's been a consistent playmaker for the Packers, with a style of play that makes him a prime candidate to elevate any secondary. While his career accomplishments speak for themselves, the financial side of the equation could also play a significant role in any potential trade. As one of the league's highest-paid corners, Alexander carries a hefty cap hit of $24.96 million in 2025, which is expected to jump to $27.38 million in 2026. With no guaranteed salary left on his contract, the Packers may see this as an opportunity to free up cap space and move on from a player whose health is becoming an increasing concern. If Green Bay were to trade Alexander with a post-June 1st designation, they could save just over $17 million in cap space, which could make him more appealing to teams looking to acquire a top-tier cornerback without taking on the full financial burden of his contract. Despite the risk associated with his injury history, Alexander's track record as an elite cornerback is undeniable. When healthy, he's a difference-maker, capable of locking down opposing receivers and significantly improving a defense's ability to stop the pass. His skill set could help Pittsburgh's defense rise to new heights, especially with the right pairing alongside Joey Porter Jr., who has shown immense promise. If the Steelers can find a way to negotiate a favorable deal, they could land one of the best cornerbacks in the league and solidify their secondary for years to come. However, the question remains, will Pittsburgh pull the trigger on this high-stakes move? Will they be willing to stomach the potential risks associated with Alexander's injury history? And will they be able to meet the Packers' asking price for the 2-time Pro Bowler? There's no doubt that acquiring Alexander would give the Steelers a top-tier cornerback who could transform their defense, but it's still uncertain whether they will take the plunge and make this bold move. One thing is for sure, if the Steelers do pull this off, it will be a move that resonates